be more action here. He misses with that jab. A very competitive round here so far.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Beautiful counter punch. When you're fighting a counterpuncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counterpuncher throw a punch, and then you counter them.
Reaction is second to none. It's the blink of an eye, and they're waiting for any little twitch you do. So you've got to fight a counterpuncher smart.
Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Crawford in that last round. I promise you, all three judges here are going to give that round to you-know-who.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy.
On to the third. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Hook won't score. That counter shot lands. Can't score with that hook again. Nice idea with the hook, but that's blocked. To be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
They're so close, so...
Hold on a second, Johnny. Did you see that? Fundora just got rocked. Trying to buy time. It appears that the moment of trouble has passed, at least for now.
Green Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Blocks the straight left. Block the left there. And down goes the towering Inferno. Oh my goodness. I want to see that one more time.
I need to see that again.
1, 2, 3, 4,
10-8 round for sure with the knockdown.
I love the response though. Got back up, took a deep breath.
Here we go to the fourth round. Got to get the momentum shift coming their way. What can they do here?
What a knockdown. 1 minute, you need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. He got out of the way of that right hook. Missing with the hook. There's a counter shot. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. We hear that old phrase, second win. You've got to find it somehow.
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in a fight. You've got to relax.
He misses with that straight left. Good counter punch. A lot of effort being exerted here. Who's willing to go where the other fighter won't? A very competitive round with tense. Hold that thought! Oh, Sebastian Fundora is hurt! Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. And a round that seemed like eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Wow, it was like two different...
Back into the fray here in round 5. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain there.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Right hook just missed. To land the hook. This fighter's sort of the death by 1,000 paper cuts approach. He'll hit you 1,000 times before you can land one.
Let me explain to you about a fast fighter that's got hand speed and footwork. They're relaxed. They're confident. They know they just have to quick burst, boom. In a split second, they've let 4 shots go. Their footwork has got them out of the way. And these guys are so relaxed. And that's why they can maintain this all the way through a fight.
Well done with that counter shot. Failing to score with that right hook. Nice counter shot. Cardio was put in for this fight. It may come down to that.
There's a lot on the line here.
It's a god-awful round, I'm telling you. Now, come on. You're way better than that.
Here we go in the 6th round. Was 1 minute enough time for them to recover after what we saw last round?
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
Might want to think of holding on here for a minute. That counter punch caught him clean. Incredible work rate. Seen in the past from this fighter, they don't get concerned when they lose some of the earlier rounds because they know they've got that power that can strike at any moment.
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
His stamina is off the charts. With that jab. And he scores with the counter. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. That left hook is blocked. The only fear you have with this fighter is, has he punched himself out? You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. I'm worried about these two fighters gassing out. Here comes round 7. Not sure these two fighters can keep up the pace we saw last round, but you know they're going to try.
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
Crawford's legs are all over the place. How is this fight still continuing?
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed back on it. Like it never happened.
Well, with welterweights, they sometimes bring you the best of both worlds. Fast hands and power.
I've seen some aggressive fighters like this, and they are a nightmare. If you are not fit, that is the worst place to be. Having second thoughts in the ring.
And they figure out the combination to this safe.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them more than happy.
You can see the heavy breathing, but that's not slowing him down. What heart, what desire, but at what cost? This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. We'll see how much endurance these two fighters. And we enter the 8th round. They really seemed to exhaust themselves last round. Let's see what they have left.
What are they doing that, man? Are they trying to get an earning out? That's a lot of energy burst. They did 6 rounds in one. They're going to be absolutely shattered.
A perfect counter shot. They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Well, just a couple rounds left, Johnny. What's your assessment so far?
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
Solid punch. This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Punch, counter punch. It's nothing but air on that left uppercut. Stamina is off the charts. Just missed with that jab. Nice counter. Crawford is dazed. Some might have thought it was a little bit closer, but in the end, the referees are in a unanimous agreement.
They've done it before, now they're doing it again, and look what's happened. A unanimous decision. What a way, what tactics, what a game plan. What a result.